Hey, Alan here for Old English Outfitters. You know, a long time ago when Eugene Stoner first designed the AR-15 platform, I'm pretty sure he had no real idea how far that platform was going to go, because it's still going strong in many variations and many modifications, even to this day, and probably will continue for a long time, because it's just a good design. It's simple, it's reliable in the main these days, and it's a pretty good platform. The original rifle, when it came into service with the military, was called the M16. Well, like everything else, modifications began. And then we had the M16 A1, and then we had the M16 A2, and then the A4, and so forth and so on. Springfield Armory, because we're into retro things these days, right? We like old cars, we like old guns, we like things like that. Well, Springfield Armory, in the retro main, has come up with this. This is a full-size AR-15 type rifle. They call it the SA for Springfield Armory, or I suppose you could say semi-auto, 16 A2, and it's kind of a configuration like an M16 A2. So this would have been a rifle that would have heralded from, let's say, maybe the 1980s period, when they were just starting to take the M16 A1s and make the next generation of modifications to them. So this rifle's pretty straightforward, okay? Anybody familiar with an M16 go look at this and say, hey, that looks like an M16, because it does. Fixed butt stock, so it's not adjustable like the carbine length versions. Does have the bullet trap in the back, or butt stock trap in the back, I should say, which is usually where you kept your cleaning kit. It has a fixed carry handle, because guns in those days didn't have, until we went to the A4 configurations, they didn't really have that removable carry handle. So this has the fixed carry handle. You can still put a sight on it because it has a hole in the top. There's a couple different sight configurations can go on this. You can put something that sets up here. You can put something that goosenecks, comes down and sets over the top of the handguard. So there's ways you can do that. It has the improved rear sight. It's still dual aperture, a small aperture and a large ghost ring type, just flips. But the much improved setup here, where once you zero it, it's very easy to change for what yardage you're trying to hit at. Post sight, adjustable for elevation to 0. Of course, the rear sight was adjustable for both windage and elevation in this series. The original M16s and the M16 A1s had the triangular handguard. One of the modifications that came along with the A2s was changed to this, which is a heat-shielded round handguard. Tapers a little bit towards the front. Barrels on these guns, on the later versions, were heavier, and they changed the rifling twist. The original twist, if you remember, on the M16 was a 1 in 12, so it was designed to just keep that bullet stable while it was flying, yet let it become immediately unstable on impact. That way you created a deeper and wider wound channel. Well, as time went on and folks wanted to, particularly in the case of the Marine Corps, one of these rifles to be able to accurately shoot at longer range, the rifling twist changed. First change was to 1 in 9, and the latest changes have been what this one is, 1 in 7. So this is kind of a sort of a retro, right? The 1 in 7, of course, will stabilize any of the bullet weights in this caliber, but it's particularly aimed at the heavier weights. So if you have something in the 62 and above grain weight projectiles, then no problem. This will stabilize it really well. You still shoot the lighter stuff, okay? But it's kind of aimed more at the heavier ones. It's just straight up AR-15 M16 type weapon. Charging handle, forward assist, shell deflector, dust cover, bolt lock, safety, 2 position on this gun. It does have some interesting markings, and this is actually kind of cool. On this side of the gun, it says property of U.S. government SA-16 A2, caliber 5.56 mm, and then of course it's got the serial number. Springfield Armory, Geneseo, Illinois. The safety has 3 positions, although it only works in 2, right? So you got semi-auto, safe, or burst. Of course, it's not going to shoot a burst, but it's got it on there. Well, that's kind of cool. Guns in that time period, that's when they had changed thinking a little bit, and instead of having a 2-position fire where you were either semi-auto or full auto, they went to semi-auto and burst. It was a 3-round burst mechanism. When you put it in that, you mash the trigger, you got 3 rounds. You mash the trigger again, you get 3 more rounds. There were people who thought that was pretty good, saved ammunition theoretically, so you weren't just spraying ammunition out of the gun. There were those who didn't think much of it for various reasons, but anyway, that's what it was. That's what was there. So in homage to the A2 series, we have this gun which includes that position on the selector, even though it won't really go there. So there you go. The SA-16 A2, homage to the M16 A2 series of rifles. Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it greatly. Appreciate your kind comments. And we'll see you next time. I'm Alan for Old English Outfitters.
All right, guys, once again, for our 100,000 subscriber giveaway, we're going to be doing a range belt setup, complete with a core belt, some good mag pouches, a dump pouch, and a holster. And that'll be the configuration of your choice. So once we get a winner, we're going to contact you and get it set up exclusively for you for your gun. We are going to be using a sign-up service, a third-party service, so the link will be in the description below this video. And we're going to have that running until we reach 100,000, however quick or long that takes. There's going to be a lot of ways to get entries, so click the link in the description and sign up.